When I was 10 years old, while studying for the Chidon Tanakh, I read Sefer Bamidbar for the first time, and then over and over and over and over. It exposed me to many halachot, some unfamiliar, some confusing, but with one consistent message throughout that ended up guiding the rest of my life. God cares what we do. We learn to serve God through the details of practices embodied in our lives. When a non-Jew asked Hillel to teach him all of Torah on one foot, Hillel replied, "What is hateful to you, do not do to your neighbor. Now go study." In these few words, we see some of the most important lessons of Torah. God cares what we do. How we treat each other matters. And the work of figuring out what that means requires true self-understanding, deep respect for the other, and authentic knowledge of Torah that can only be found when you study. On Shavuot, when we receive the revelation of the Torah, we also read Megillat Ruth, which is a story of how it looks when the details of practices described in the Torah become ways to show chesed, love and kindness for each other. Ruth, as a migrant foreigner, is welcomed kindly to glean in Boaz's fields, fulfilling mitzvot from Vayikra and from Devarim. When Ruth willingly chooses Boaz, their relationship, which in some ways is a form of the mitzvah of Yibum, becomes what he describes as an act of chesed, not just from him to her, but from her to him. There is a kind of redemption in this book, but it is practical and concrete. The redemption of land, which we are asked in Vayikra to do for any family that loses their land. At the center of all of this embodied kindness is the complex, multifaceted relationship between Ruth and Naomi. And this relationship is, among other things, a relationship between teacher and student. Gemara Yevamot describes Naomi in the role of a rabbi teaching Ruth for conversion, instructing her in the 613 mitzvot which Ruth eagerly accepts from her teacher. In the rest of Ruth's story, we see the chesed with which she lives the Torah that Naomi taught her. Naomi, like Hillel, found a way to teach Torah in which care for the other and details of practice are all bound together. It is my honor to stand in the tradition of Naomi and of Hillel, of those who teach Torah inside the Jewish world and out of it, to Jews and to non-Jews, and to people still seeking their path. It is my honor to be among those who teach the Torah of love expressed through constant practice. Blessed is God who has brought me to this time.